Alright. Intermission done. Except for now we have a black screen because I don't know what to put. So, it's time to choose another game. Actually, there. There we go. So I've got a wheel with 3 games on it, although how many people are currently in... Okay, there's looks like there's at least one person hanging out in chat. But I've got a wheel with 3 games on it. Probably gonna... Since I don't think I've got enough for a lot of audience participation, and I don't have a second phone to be able to play with myself, and I think it's like a 3-person game mode for the most part, that one will be a spin again. That one will be a spin again since we don't have enough. In fact, I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, that one's not gonna be on the list for now. Nope, wait, nope. This is the one that needs to go. Basically, it's gonna be a coin flip between Oxygen Not Included and Don't Starve. 2 games that I know I like that have been... They're both made by the same developer. So let's see which we got. Alrighty, which we gonna play? Oxygen Not Included. Okay. Well, that's what I get for letting the wheel decide. I think my brain was leaning more towards Don't Starve, but that's just how it go. Up, and that's got an update, so we might not be able to. Let's see how big this patch is. I don't have all the DLC for this anymore. They released more DLC and I don't have all of it. And because I wasted $15 on the other game, that was my gaming budget for the month. So, yep. Alright, let's let me just don't need window capture. Game capture. Oxygen Not Included. What? There. Let's see if it's doing the thing. Oh, that's covering part of the... Chat's gonna cover part of the UI. Oh dear. I also forgot to do a thing. To also allow to see if lag is problem or how much lag. Aw. Alright, well. Okay, so it... That's annoying. Alright, let's try again. Because the update may have broken my mods. Well, okay. Give me a moment. There are technical difficulties. Just, boom. Pinned. In fact, that one... We're gonna set that one to manually. Because knowing me, there could be additional problems. Alright. Let's see if this is a problem with the mods or if the game broke. If this doesn't load... If it doesn't load this time, then, yeah, if it doesn't load now, there we go. Okay, well, it got to the menu. It got to the game menu. Okay, so I can't do that. Alright, so that means that my current one that I've been using mods for, since they haven't... Like, this probably broke things. The mods are not gonna... The current mods I have probably aren't going to work. So, I'm just gonna... Let's see, we're gonna do... New game. Gonna do survival. Okay, you know what? Let's see what we got. Irradiated swamp. Let's see. Okay. Okay, starting asteroid is very reactive, medium boulders, and slightly alternate location. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. Based. Let's see, there's that. What? There we go. Okay. So I think that's like base. Okay. Metallic caves. Huh. Just gonna see. Okay. I'm not good at this game, by the way. I enjoy this game a lot. I am not good at this game. I think I'm gonna start with this basic one. Because I'm not good at this game. I'm not bad at the game, but I'm not good at the game. You know, like with many other games. I do also need to make a quick change in OBS and let's see. Boom. And updated, I think. Let me just check over here. There we go, cool. Alright. Okay, immune to colds. Good. Allergic to flowers, like... Okay, we got a digger. Ooh, but we got 2 binge eaters. Reroll you. Reroll you. No. 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 Mm-mm. Nah, I'm bad enough at this that binge eaters are death. Okay, you are building, but you're destructive. Destructives aren't quite death, but okay, you're building and you're an ugly crier. And you're nocturnal. That's all right. I can nocturnal schedules fine. Um um Okay, I need a digger who is not a binge eater. For a digger I will take Oh no. Alright, let's see what little bro is saying. Aw. His scooter's broken. That's frustrating. Alright, so... yeah, back to the game. Let's see. Okay, Banshee... Digging? Ugly crap. I mean, I don't know how to respond to his scooter problems other than a sad face. Yeah, a tire popped, and I guess the actual wheel itself is, like the rim is, damaged. Okay, well, these three seem okay. These'll do. These will do. Alright, now I do have a problem. Yep. Okay, and... whoop. Okay, just gonna pause that real quick. Because... I have another thing to change in OBS. Big... y'all gonna be down here. In fact, no. Y'all are gonna be off screen entirely. It's just too small with the way I've got things set up. Maybe if I used something like Streamlabs too, it would be different, but something's not right. Okay, maybe the problem is that it's trying to do something with my controller, even though it doesn't have controller support. Because it's not made for it. Alright, there we go. That actually seems to have fixed it. Water. Water now. See, and we're actually even gonna start this way. Okay. Yeah, let me know how the audio is. In fact, since Since it doesn't look like there's really anyone here. Audio check. Enjoy the echo machine for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the echo machine for just a moment. Just to be able to see if I can hear the game's audio. I don't know if I can hear the game. It might be the game's thing. Let me, like, you know what? Let's turn that back up, because it's quiet anyway. But I do know for a fact... Yeah, I don't have either of those two DLCs. Options, audio. Yeah, I did have the game itself a bit quiet. Done. There we go. And resume. They're gonna be stuck. Let's fix that. They might not be stuck, but let's make sure they're not. Okay. There. Let's get this, because I don't know what that is. We'll leave that there for now. See, supposedly this should last me a good while. There's whatever this is down here. That'll let me teleport to another asteroid if I want to. Okay. 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 I'm open to, just like when I've done this over on YouTube, because I've streamed this over on YouTube a few times, I am open to a few tips and tricks. I'm not a complete novice at this game, I'm just not good at it yet. I always reach a point where my colony is in a state of limbo where it can neither live nor die. Like, it can't proceed, but the set, like, it'll reach a point where it can't proceed and dupes start dying left and right, and then it'll hit a specific number of dupes and suddenly stable again. But they can't progress further to, like, they can't progress any further, and they can't die off entirely. Usually it's actually because of water. In my other file that I was gonna show off, but that has some mods on it that I guess due to glitches had to be turned off. So can't do that right now. Let's see. Okay, so I... Right, I forgot something else very important. There. Yeah, actually, we're gonna... Bip, 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 bip. Gonna stop at 6 for now. Like, for now, if 6 dupes is gonna be my cap for a bit. Gonna set these wild ones to auto harvest. Just so that I've got things and stuff. I'm not sure about how much energy I have. I think this one's probably only gonna go for about an hour. In fact, we're gonna... Oh wait, no, we don't need to prioritize that anymore because they did build 3. Oh! And we have a friend. We have a food-making friend. Okay. Who peed where? Okay. That's fine. That's why I should have prioritized those faster. I'm making noob mistakes, but I swear I'm not a noob. I acknowledge the mistakes that I'm making are very noob-like, but I'm just not good at the game, and I get distracted and want... Like, I got too focused on base layout. Invalid location. Ah. Okay, we are running low on food. Let's see, and there's a second thing of water down here. I could join them, but no, I'm not going to. Okay, and yeah, that's uranium. Okay. Yeah, dig to your food. Dig to where lunch is. In fact, we're also going to... build this to keep the hatches, the shine bugs in, because they will just end up everywhere otherwise. See? That one's already trying to escape. Please stay down here with those. For now. I think I'm gonna leave this as it is for now. In fact, this, I might have plans for that for later. But for now, it's just gonna be what it is. In fact, I'm gonna move the door here. Oop, nope. And once that's built, I'll deconstruct this one. Cancel. Yeah, this entire room is gonna stay natural. And the one above it is gonna be the farm. This is gonna be a park. This is gonna be a farm. But that's not right now a problem. For now, they have access to a food source. I just need the hatches to stay down there. And if one ends up here, that's fine. Because they'll just be in the farm. Okay, and I'm digging out muckroot, which is fine. Okay, I am going to play with the schedule just a little bit. Moved his downtime a little earlier. That way he can get his nighttime bonus. Actually... Okay, no. There. There we go. There we go, we got a night shift. Night shift, day shift. Cool. He gets his nighttime bonus now. Yeah, I already know that, but that's, doesn't quite explain why the priority tool doesn't always work if you to use it wrong. Like, if you use it wrong, if you use the priority tool wrong, you are just screwed. You can completely screw yourself if you use it wrong, and they will just do nothing. Right, that was supposed to be your... What? Thought thought it was supposed to be his bath time. Whatever. Oof. Ugh. Okay. I'm just sitting waiting for them to do things. Let's deconstruct that since we don't need that anymore. We can get that resource back. Alright, please stay down here in the park, both of you. It's not a huge priority, but I would like them to stay where they are. I gave them a pitcher pump. Okay. There we go. As long as I've got it set correctly, they should do the... Go down, please. Down, please. Down. Okay, I'm gonna just leave that there until this one gets stuck down here. I would like both of them down here if I can. Yeah, I don't think they're both gonna be down there. As long as one of them is, as long as there's at least one of them down here. Don't you dare go through that. Don't you dare go through that shore hole. Cool. Okay, a bunch of muckroot. Okay, what we got? This we need no matter what immediately. Okay. Let's see what we got. More shine bugs. A destructive digger. A second farmer. And a operator. I'm not going to decide yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait, fellow dragons. And see. Because currently... Okay, and you know what? For now... Just gonna put storage there. Okay, so I've got a source of polluted water that if I need to, I can vent down into a specific spot at some point and clean. Yeah, I'm thinking that, Shut up, Webtoon! Yeah, I'm thinking that, schedule. Yeah, Right, I say it that way so that he could still hang out with his friends and also get the productiveness of... Okay, that's fine. In fact, I might... There. Okay. Okay, so I need to... Okay, so that's the next thing that's gotta be done. Got 2 hatches in here. Okay, so once this is, once this is depleted, I'm actually gonna make a carbon vent straight down. Can't do it from here because of this. It's too close to the uranium. I don't trust it. Okay, you know what? Guys. Powering your oxygen generator is your priority right now. In fact, we're gonna... Nope. Higher priority, guys. Nope, in fact... Okay, yeah, because that has to be built there in order to... Yeah, guys. Priority. In fact, we need another duplicate immediately to be able to get that done. Additional farmer. Didn't want a new dupe yet, but we need an additional farmer. And we need one now. Come on, guys. Because, like, there's oxalite down here, but that's not going to help. There's oxalite down there, but that's not going to help. We can't get there quick enough. Like, we can, but we can't. Okay. I'm just going to outright replace this with a better thing later. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah. Once we power like, there's oxygen, but we aren't generating enough. The game is absolutely right about that. My usual problem is not, like, I'm actually running into an air problem because I played bad at the start. Because, like, my problem is, like, I usually have the problem of not being able to move things once I put them in a bad spot at the start just to get it in quickly. Because I have nowhere to move it to by the time I've built everything. Because I've built everything else, the spots where it could be, and it's just a pain. Okay. Guys. Okay, good. Good. Good, 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 good. We've got... We've got an oxygen generator. In fact... Another oxygen generator here. I will deconstruct that one later. There. This is good for now. We at least have one being built. Okay, that's a useful thing to get at, but that's not a high priority at the moment. Okay, with all of the polluted water seemingly over here might be a good spot to build my sewage treatment plant later, just so I can already have that. Oh, but there's a bunch over here as well. Okay, so either side could be a good side for sewage treatment. Good water will be in a centralized location once I can. Or maybe... Nah, I can just pump the water where it needs to go. Once I have plumbing, I'll be able to do the thing. Okay. Need a better food source. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's, you like operating, so we're gonna have you do the operating. I know morale, I know how it goes. You can operate, it's fine. Okay, well, we got skills-wise. Okay, he like build, so I'll give him build when he can. She like farm, so these two both like farm, so they both gonna farm. He like dig. Dig is his priority. Cooking will be his hobby. Once I can cook. Once we can cook. I really should be doing dishes instead of this right now. But I barely have the energy to do this. And this is giving my brain the happy feels, whereas dishes will not give my brain the happy feels until the entire kitchen is clean, which requires the energy to, like, that requires a large amount of time, and my brain's like, no, there's no satisfaction in that. And I've tried rewarding my brain, like, once this is done, we can get, once we make this progress, we can do this thing. Brain's like, yeah, we've learned from math homework when you were a kid that does not work. That's just denying yourself a thing that you enjoy. But not actually getting the thing that you need to get done. Because you struggle for hours and then nothing gets done. And you feel stupid and pathetic. Back then it was I'd feel stupid and pathetic until my dad got home to help me with the homework. And even then, still felt bad. Now there's not really anyone to help me with dishes. It's just me. And little bro, but neither of us have energy. And he actually has a physical commute to work. That he has to walk. Okay, well, now we can plant things. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna set new research goals. Alright, what next priority should be... Level 1 power increase. Okay. You know, I don't think I'm going to... I don't know if I'm gonna save the VOD for this one. I probably will, but... Like, I just don't know. Oh, and I believe I got, some, cosmetics. Okay, just thinking about what to do next. Okay. Level 2 science. Okay, I guess having farms has dealt with my food system, my food flag, even though I had a food source down here, it just wasn't, one that I generated, so I guess it didn't count. Okay, so I need a place to shunt the CO2. Let's take this a little lower. Really, I should have had a double wide ladder for this. I did not think about it. And you know what? Actually, we are going to. Just shunting this off as much as we can for now. Just... There we go, got stairs. There, that's where I'm gonna currently shunt my, gross oxygen off to. Ew. Guess it's hot over there. I don't know why I made 4 of those. Okay. Okay, really I should do this one. Dupes needing a place to eat. That's... They should have a mess hall. They should. Ugh. This is gonna offset things just slightly on this side, but... That's my fault for not thinking about it. Actually... Okay. You get dig. They get dig. Oh boy. clean things. I really do, but I'm just tired all the time. Oh. Maybe... Okay. Okay. Gonna put a, let's see what... Okay. Why do a mess hall when I can do a great hall? There we go. Just gonna have this down here. Fellow dragons, I'm not sure what to do. I mean, I'm sure of some things. I know that I need, like, these are gonna clean out some of the CO2 from down here. Most of the CO2 is going to get shunted down further once I've dealt with the ladder. It's not going to be the best, it's not the most ideal. It's supposed to be double wide, but that's my bad. I've already messed up, no going back now. Okay. Alright, so next should be... starting with that just like before. Okay, we'll need some minor decor things too, but that's not a huge priority yet. Invalid construction location, that's only because I'm still working on getting things built. I mean, at least they can get in there. Okay, I should, should probably replace these with bigger batteries since I'm gonna replace this with a different thing soon. Probably a coal generator. Nah. Nah, not yet. Because that's gonna drop down. I don't have a better way to deal with my CO2 yet, so I should wait on that for now. Okay, good. You get your build. You get to farm. And we don't really have a researcher right now. The eggs get to stay. There. I fumbled some things. I'm doing alright, but it's like usually by now I feel like usually by now I have a fridge. That I'm just shoving things into and isn't doing anything. Or maybe I'm confused. Maybe I'm tired. Actually, I'm definitely tired. Okay. Okay. Okay, so, should probably prepare for ranching next. But first... Okay. Alright, what we got? Okay. Supplying Ugly Crier. These two both seem bad. Brine can at least turn into good water. Uh-oh, I'm sleepy. Okay. Wait, no, that was right. Sorry, fellow dragons, I am tired. Okay. So I don't have a researcher. So what we got, like... Okay, I can do these next. I can do those next. I can do these. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. What's that? Okay. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to get that. Oh, sorry, I'm sleepy. I don't know what's wrong with me. Tired, exhausted, possibly depression. Actually, probably depression, because I've been diagnosed with that. Okay, just looking at stuff. Okay. Oh, sorry about the yawning. I don't know. I've had enough caffeine today. I've had a soda and a bunch of iced coffee. I've got water next to me, so. Ugh. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think part of my problem with this game is I try to think too many moves ahead. Like, leaving this as a park for when I have the ability to have that be a thing. Which, by the way, like, when it comes to being able to set things as a park, where's that, like, all that requires is a sign. But, like, when it comes to setting a area, designating an area to be a park, was that removed for the update that I'm on? That's... Anyway, brain stared off into space too much for a second. When designating something as a park, that doesn't really do much. It just gives them a little boost while they're passing through. Just gives the dupes a little boost while passing through, but it's not like they can spend time there during downtime. They can't just hang out in there. Huh. Yeah, no, they designating something as a park is not an option anymore as of the current update, huh? Wow. I guess because it wasn't really doing guess because no one was really using it because it was not doing much. It was just they'd pass through on their way to other jobs and like it would have been fine if you could put a bench in there. That putting a bench in the like a nice bench should have been the solution. Like a nice bench should have been the solution. Like, yeah, park sign exists. Unless they forgot. Okay, now it's worried about unrefrigerated food when I don't even have a fridge. Alright, what's next? Sorry about my nose. We'll do that next. Okay, there's plenty of coal up here, except for if I go straight up, we ran into the chlorine, which is a different problem. Sorry again about my nose. Okay, okay, you know what? If I... Okay. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Okay, you know what? We're still doing the thing. We're still upgrading this. Okay, so I was right about that taking 3. So we're gonna do bup, bup, bup. We're gonna leave that there for now because I don't quite know. Yeah, I don't think I really need a actually, I don't even really need a power station. Yet. If I do end up needing one, I can deconstruct the battery and put it there. Okay, everything's about to power off in a moment. There we go. There we go. Okay, and you know what? Let's see. Okay, and something else that needs to happen. Boom. Power. Micromercer for emergencies. I usually always skip over that. Ugh. I can't think of anything to say. I do know that I need more of these. Blech. There we go. Plenty of food here now. If I'm sorry about my nose, I really am. All right. Well, the place where the CO2 goes is slowly getting better. I do need a... Yeah, we're gonna... Just gonna create this shaft down here. Not sure what I'm gonna do with this, but it's at least a hole that I can shunt the CO2 into. It's a hole. In fact, we're gonna... Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that yet. Because this is working well enough for now. Apparently there's a puddle that got missed. They've been stepping in piss all this time. Whoopsie. Okay, no one's got any new skills yet. I should probably set this faster. That's probably why things feel slow, is I've usually got it set faster. know how to use the schedule. I've been using the schedule. Okay, so the one that was up here, I guess, died and did not make egg. But these ones down here are happy. Okay. Really? Let's at least get this stuff back up and running. Come on now. I know we don't have a researcher right now. Alright, let's see here. Oh. Wait, hold on. Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah, so she's farming. Okay, she's currently farming. She's currently operating. He's the builder. He's the digger. Okay. You the digger. You the builder. You the farmer. You the operator. And we're gonna leave it at that for now. I'll add more priorities as things go. Oh good, I have that's right, I have hatches, which is infinite coal. That's right. That's right, I don't need to worry about coal as long as I put them down here where I planned on putting them. Cool. Okay. Good, we can... things will continue. Okay. I think I am going to do a bunch of CO2, like the CO2's down here. Oh, well, oh. Choose blueprint. Oh no, no researcher yet still. Okay. You're a binge eater, so you can't join no matter what. We don't need a janitor yet. Alright. There, you can wear a purple. Okay, and actually... Nah, no seeds here. But all seeds can go here. In fact, we're gonna... There. All the seeds will go in here. Alright, cool. Okay, liquids. Okay. He's got food poisoning. Which means I need... to do a thing. Okay, let's see. Okay. There we go. Anyone who's sick can go in here. Really? Already? Okay. Well, let's do that then. How long has this one been going for? 2 hours. Let's see. Not a bad base for 2 hours so far. Let's see what else. That's the first time in a long time that I haven't had any sort of issues over here. Why do I have 2 of these? Why did I make 2 of those? There. Really? Because it's food poisoning? But him being sick, we at least have a hospital. Oh boy, I'm so tired of Hello Dragons. Alright, let me make sure that things didn't revert, because it often does. your secondary priority is farming. In fact, it's going to be higher priority than operating for you, maybe. I don't know. Because, you know, more farmers, more food. Okay, so I'm gonna move these two down here when I have a chance. Okay, so we've got decent amount of food. Well, I suppose I should also dig out here because, you know, muckroot and stuff. And you know what? Let's see temperature. Okay, it's hot up here. It's hot all around me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, what next? Because I don't really need anything, but having things already is probably good. Might as well. I don't really know what to say. My brain is goop Allergic reaction to what? Oh. Allergic reaction to polluted oxygen. You would think that the uranium would be hot given the reactions. Okay, let me look around and see if there's anything as far as geysers about. Nope, not seeing any. Alright. Alright, what we got? Okay. Starts at tier 3 digging. He's a vomiter. He snores. Got someone that can't dig. We got a outright can't dig. I'm tempted to grab this one. I'm very tempted because it does not have more increased morale requirements, just free level 3 digger. But I don't really need another digger. We're doing it anyway, but the next one we get has to be like researching. Actually, oh. Really? Can't do researching at all for you, huh? I mean, he just got here. We need a researcher. If you want to fly a rocket, you're gonna have to do research. Okay, so the next research we should do is getting a fridge. Okay, so I need a place for bad water. I just do. Okay, you know what? Because, like, I could make a second one of these at some point. Gonna start off with this. And then I'm gonna be able to dump the polluted water into here. And then I can sanitize that later. Yeah, rooms can create more morale bonus. You know what? We're gonna actually, Otto's gonna sleep here. In fact, we're gonna up the priority. Unassigned from there. Because this one's gonna be your bed so you're not waking everyone else up. Okay. don't know what else to do. This is kinda set up to do its own thing. Alright, well, what should I put here then? Oh, I know what I know what I need to put down here. That's for sure. But I don't have access to it yet. Okay. Increased dig. Increased farm. And we at least have someone that is okay with doing research, even if it's like someone's gotta do it. Alright, so what's the next thing gonna be? Okay. Oh, there's a park sign right there. I didn't even see that. Okay, what would the next thing I should do be? This. This is the thing I should do next. Yeah. There we go, that's a thing that's happening. Okay. There we go. Fridge to store food in. see. In that case, staying in mess hall then. No point in doing that. Let's see. Well, they're happy, so that's something. Boom, this is gonna be a park now. They really should add a park bench. That way they can just chill in the park and sit for a bit. Like, that can be like a cheap relaxation thing. Like, just a cheap morale thing, like, hey, like, park bench. Sit down and chill. Enjoy the nature. Cool. This will let them get those, probably. Oh, but thing they need to do... For now, that's going there. That will allow the emptying of bad water. And I'll need a spot for the good water later, but that's like only a good water storage later. But maybe I can, I don't know. And that's gonna no longer be a thing. The second that, yeah. The second this is closed up, they'll no longer be able to reach that. And that's not gonna need to be able to do anything until I do other things. There we go. And if I really want to fill this, like, I can shunt this down later if I need to make room. Oh, hey. Well, that's good. That's hot over here. Okay. Don't need a janitor yet. I will take a seed. I'll take that. I will take that dust cap seed. Boom. Buffbriar. No. Yes. Now he's not next to anyone. So, but he still gets a nice bed. Well, nice. There we go. I need someone who likes researching. And that, like, I need someone who, for whom researching is the whole thing, is their whole thing. Okay. So next would be this. Definitely I'm gonna need a airlock. Oh boy. Yeah, I've got a plan for this. There's gonna be I'm gonna do a oxygen cleaner right by the door, because this is gonna be the room that holds my, things. But there. Alright, so we'll put this here now, because there's CO2 accumulating down here, and down here is where it just is. Ah, wait, actually, there. Cool. Farm station. Well, this is a stable setup for now. Trying not to expand too far, because okay, I've got too many dupes and not enough oxygen creation. That's okay then, in that case. Like, just for now. I still don't... Like, I don't know, fellow dragons. I'm enjoying this, I'm just tired. I see. Okay. Next research should be... ranching. But then I don't think I'll need research for a little while. Okay, I do have a free source of warm water. If I can catch that, the dupes can use that for showers. Okay. Oh. Webtoon, shut up. Okay. Also, fun fact, since Webtoon's notification reminded me, because that's where the most invasive ads I've ever encountered are, other than YouTube ads. A lot of people, when it comes to ads being invasive, are mostly blaming the platform that is hosting the ads, whether it be YouTube, Webtoon, news site, whatever. And yeah, the platform that's hosting the ads does hold some of the blame. They're the ones that create the invasive ad slots, like in YouTube's case, interrupting videos so frequently that they become unwatchable in some cases if you don't have an ad blocker or are too broke to pay for YouTube's stupid service that they are purposely trying to... They're being as pushy as possible with that, like trying to force people into it, even if they can't afford it. And there's like, the only real benefit to that is removing ads. I mean, for some people, YouTube Music and people who watch on their phone more, for whom the ads are maybe annoying but still slightly less invasive. Like, if you watch on a smart TV, you are screwed when it comes to ads. They throw so many at you that it's impossible to watch some videos because they know you can't use an ad blocker on that at all. Like, they try on PC, they try to do as much as they can to block with ad blockers. Like they try as much as they can to keep ad blockers from working, and the ad blockers are still finding ways to get around it because good. They should find ways around it if the ads are going to be invasive, and ads for scams, like outright advertisements for scams. And that is hosting, if it's a scam and YouTube hosts that or a news site hosts that, that is outright on the site that hosted the ad for not vetting the advertiser. But back to the point I was originally trying to make, yeah, be mad at the platform for having the invasive ad slots. But the thing to remember is, when you see an ad in that slot, that advertiser paid for that ad space. So they are even more to blame than the platform. Because the platforms would not make these invasive, awful ad spots. They wouldn't host in those invasive spots if advertisers weren't paying for them. Like, if advertisers weren't paying for that space, then the platforms wouldn't have those invasive ads. Like all those invasive ads you see on Webtoon and in mobile games where there's fake close buttons, no close button, just things that are outright broken, things that will force you to play a demo of the thing just to try to get you to touch in order to proceed. Ads that will, when you set your phone down because you don't trust the advertisement. Because there are some that if you just a lot of them, if you just barely brush against the screen wrong, if you just move your phone slightly wrong while the ad's playing, it'll take you to the fucking App Store. There are some that if you set your phone down because you suspect an ad to be one of those ones where if you just slightly jiggle your phone in the wrong way, it will take you to the App Store. If you set your phone down outright and just don't touch it. I have had ads take me to the App Store when I'm not fucking touching my phone. Like, at all. The automatic redirects, or like those invasive ad spots and those invasive ads. The websites wouldn't host them if the advertisers didn't pay for those spots. And in the cases of the mobile game ads, and the stuff that appears on Webtoon, the invasive close button having hit having to hit close buttons multiple times after the ad's over, just to get back to whatever thing you were trying to do, or whatever comic you watched an ad to support the creator of. Just whatever. The advertiser made that ad. So that should reflect as poorly as possible on their product if they're going to use those kind of sketchy tactics. It shows what kind of company they are. And it shows what kind of, it reflects badly on the platform that's allowing those ads on the site. It does. It reflects badly on that platform. That's not good. But it also reflects just as, if not more unfavorably, towards the advertiser and towards the product being advertised. And we need to start making sure that these advertisers know that using those tactics reflects poorly on them and their product. Because if we do that, they might stop using those types of tactics. If those tactics stop working, they won't pay for those ad slots, and and the sites will have to start setting things up in a more consumer way that is better for both consumers and advertisers. Because the more invasive your ad is, the worse I feel about your damn fucking product. Like Wordscapes, for example, because that used to be ads shoved down my throat for that. That's one of the ones that fucking redirected me to the App Store without me touching my phone. I will never fucking play Wordscapes. And if I ever see another ad for that product that does that to me, I will leave a review on the App Store saying, forcefully redirected to the App Store without touching my phone, shit product, be ashamed for using these tactics. If you have to use these tactics, your product is shit. Just, if you have to force someone to go to the App Store to get more clicks on the App Store page, then clearly your product is shit to begin with. Like, there's gotta be something going on. So we've gotta start making sure advertisers know that the tactics they use, they can't just blame YouTube, Webtoon, and whatever mobile app they decide to shove their ads in. They can't just blame the news sites for having that many ads. Like, yes, the platforms that are doing the hosting are also the problem. But I've seen too much focus on the platforms being the problem than on the advertisers paying for this ad space. It's both. Both things are the problem. And if all of our outrage towards the platforms hosting these ads is going to continue to do nothing as it has been, and the only thing we can do is just continue trying to find new ad blockers that work, the only other point of attack is the advertisers themselves. Because they need to know that if they're going to use these tactics, their product, that automatically means their product is garbage. We just have to start getting that association out there and make sure people know. But I'm small time. No one's gonna fucking listen to me on that. And I just talked in circles about nothing out of exhaustion, so it gave me a little rage energy, but that's gonna go away soon. Alright, what we got? Don't need another digger. Don't need a suit wearer. Don't need another farmer. That would be fun if it wasn't for Binge Eater. But also, I don't need any of these. And I can't even re-roll like I did with the mods that I had. Okay. And research is done again while I was rambling. No, that's not gonna help me. Huh. Well, let's, Let's do that then. I don't really need more research. I don't know why I even did that. Because like at my current stage, there's not really much I'd be able to do with it. Yep, we've got the long commute. Oh, it's because of this, isn't it? There. Okay. Wow, I was one tile away from the maximum on that one. Okay. Just to give the CO2 more space as it goes down. Just clearing these off. There. Okay. You can have cooking. You like cooking. Other guy's my builder. Yeah, I just want this out of here only so that when this gets shunted down, it doesn't, no one drown. Oh, except for problems are gonna happen. Alright, okay, these are gonna... Because I'm gonna need the hatches to be down there. That... I don't have a thing yet. There we go. Okay. I think I'm gonna end stream here, fellow dragons, before Webtoon makes another notification and sends me into another being upset by advertisers and media platforms both being stupid assholes type of rant. Or just, I don't know, the energy from the last rant is starting to fade. I am going to do some dishes and probably take a nap after. Thank y'all for watching. This VOD will, VODs go up on YouTube on Thursdays. Not necessarily the Thursday immediately after, if there is a slight backlog of Twitch stuff. For a little while I wasn't streaming enough for it to be, at least not over here, for it to be I was streaming infrequently enough that it was just the Thursday after stream would be when the VOD goes up, but now I've got a small backlog because I've got a little bit of a Half-Life thing. Like, I've got a few Half-Life episodes that need to go up. I've got that attempted. Like, I've got one video that I, like, the next one I need to actually edit and cut. So I've got two different VODs, and I think I'm actually gonna do those both have those both upload the same day. And then the stream I did earlier today, since I did 2 streams and split them for convenience, that will go up before this one. I thought about doing that one to substitute for the fact that I didn't do my usual Friday upload. But yeah, no, lack of energy. Complete lack of energy. Yeah, energy's gone. So stream must end. Thank y'all for watching, fellow dragons. I hope y'all have a nice day. Bye!